Is there anything you can say right now for the mind to be aware of? Like, okay, you could say, I'm really on edge and feeling frustrated. Maybe my pain body's full. Like those are probably some obvious
things. Yeah.
Red flags.
Or
right?
to notice, like when you'll notice that the things that trigger you tend to be similar. So the types of people.
Okay.
The types of circumstance that's often your pain body. So it's not just your distortion, like your pain body and your distortions kind of mirror each other a little bit, yeah? So it's to notice that the biggest thing is to notice what you're triggered by. That's the thing. Yeah. And it can be hard. I mean, look, especially if you haven't done a lot of frequency work, you're in it. So it can feel like you don't even have the space to observe. So it's very hard.
That's what you mean by the space. You have to observe it, or you're just in it.
Okay. Yeah, and it just kind of sucks, right? Because you're just in it and it's happening to you and you can't get out of it and you feel like you're a victim and disempowered. But when you have that distance, that's what frequency work helps you to do. It gives you that big S self perspective, right? The self associated with spirit, and also the internal strength to know that you're not your thoughts and that you're not your emotions. But your pain body will agitate those things. Okay, so by doing frequency work, you can you can start to witness your pain body or notice more when it's agitated and know that it's not you. Make sense?
That's helpful.
Yeah. So that can just give you distance. So that's the thing to notice when you're triggered, and then to, for those of you who are doing the frequency work, to notice those distortion patterns even more, because your pain body, a lot of you are getting to the point where your pain body is your friend. It's like an ally. Okay, so let's just not call it a friend because it's maybe a little too close, but like an ally, right? It can be something that helps you rather than something like a tool. Yeah, that can help you to learn faster. Because if you weren't agitated and you weren't getting triggered and you weren't whatever, then you wouldn't notice it so much. You'd just be comfortable. Right?
Yeah, and we talk about the importance of discomfort in order to grow and transcend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So your pain body is a good tool that way. For those of you who your pain bodies are very active, there are some people who their pain bodies are very active or their pain bodies are triggered by other things. So they can feel victim by their pain body. So meaning that they're out of control, like they can't stop their pain bodies, right? Like all they have is drama and chaos and whatever, and they're getting sucked in all the time. They can't stop it. Yeah. Okay. So part of your journey, in addition to frequency work, is to start to claim your authority, right? To know that you have the authority to stop it. So now that may sound distant for some of you who are just starting, because you're just like, I don't even know what she's talking about because my life just sucks. Yeah. So I hear that. And if you keep doing the work, part of it will be to know that, yes, you can confirm the removal, and there's a GFC just for that, which is very, very important that you and I have talked about before. So to do that as much as you can. And then also to really, like I said, claim your authority. It's like, I can do this. I am empowered to this. This is my body. It's my rendering. It's my spirit body. I have the power to do this. And it may not be that you have the same, say, ability to clear yourself as, say, I do, but you have, you know what I mean? You're claiming the authority that you have for you, which is important because it's part of your sovereignty. You're starting to claim your sovereignty as co-creator. So that's an important step as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if somebody's feeling trapped and like they can't get out and easily irritated and all these key points that you're explaining when your pain body's full, of course, the GFC, and of course to witness it, but then to remind yourself that you are powerful enough to overcome
this.
You really are. Yeah. Everyone is.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And it's not about being perfect.
Yeah.
You know, like some people are like, oh man, I didn't catch that distortion.
Yeah.
Or I screwed up because in that moment I didn't, whatever.
It's okay. You witnessed it now.
You witnessed it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the wonderful thing about the confirm removal GFC is you can do it in the past. Okay, so it's all right, right?
That's right.
Yeah, you can do it in the past, you can do it in the future, you can do it in the present, it doesn't matter. So the important point, as you said, is to witness it, to be aware of it, because that's always the beginning. Yeah. Like you're not, we all have moments when we're in that present moment and it's very intense and you don't have the space, the awareness to like have distance from it. And you're just in the emotion of it. That's okay, you know, like it's not about beating yourself up. And as you've also said, for yourself, like you've noticed how much faster it's gotten for you to notice when you get triggered. Yeah. So that's really important. And I've noticed that too. And so it's just like,
I feel like the detox has gotten less too.
Yeah.
Which is really fun.
Yeah.
So this is like where I want to say that I'm mentioning this for a little bit of hope for people who are just starting.
Yeah.
Like it seems like, oh, sure, maybe it worked. Maybe it's great for Karen, but like, no, it really does work if you just keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you notice things faster. Yep. You can confirm the removal much faster. Your detox is much less. It's less long.
Yep.
It's less intense.
Yep.
And then you're just like, oh, okay. Now we're just.
It's very true. And
Yeah.
we're not just saying that. It's
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
And then you'll start to see, like for me, my life is just elevating.
Yes.
And so again, it's not always about your external,
Yeah.
but by like strengthening your internal,
Yeah.
you just do see it
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
That's like an extra bonus.
Yeah.